welcome to Meanwhile in the Falklands. Now that Thomas has stopped doing his fake Wolverhampton accent for some reason. See, these are the things you miss, listener, you miss.
The outtakes.
The pre-podcast bit where he's messing around.
This is definitely one of... brought it down. But this is definitely one of the earliest podcasts we've ever done. It's half past 8.
It's not even 8 yet when we're doing a podcast.
It's 8:30 in the morning. On Friday.
This is what happens.
On Friday, the 21st of December, 2018. Just in case you're listening to this in 5 years' time and wonder what the heck it is.
In the year 3000, when you're all living under.
In one of those, the time capsules that you dig up, and there'll be us on a podcast.
Oh, that's definitely what we should put in the next fixed time capsule.
What, a podcast?
Yeah.
An episode of our podcast.
Right, let's get back to the script. So the reason we are up this early, well, we're normally in early anyway.
We're always in early, but for some reason we've decided to do the podcast very early.
Yeah, because it's
because
quite a
we
busy
want the
day.
day. We want the day over and done with as soon as possible. And by busy day, we mean we want to go and enjoy Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the hot weather.
So we're looking very unfestive compared to the rest of Stanley Services, who are all dressed up. We didn't get the memo.
Fir tree green, thank you.
Oh,
When
yeah,
it
okay.
counts. It's genuinely.
Now that's scraping it. We'll take a photo of that and show the listeners.
It's genuinely called fir tree green, so I'm taking it.
So, have I just turned myself down? No, I don't think I have. Yes, so it is. It's quite a busy time actually, and then things are being added every 5 minutes. There's somebody now who's discovered there's going to be an extra low tide, and I can't remember what that's called. Is it a neap or a spring? I don't know.
I don't know, but they said it was the spring tide. I can't remember.
There's an extra low tide on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
About 1:30.
1:34.
1:34. So there is a shipwreck in Stanley Harbour of the Lady Elizabeth. You have to call her the Lady Elizabeth.
Lady Liz.
Yeah, don't call her Lady Liz, otherwise John Smith will shoot you. Lady Elizabeth, and on a very, very low tide, you can actually walk out to her, although she's quite unsafe, and I wouldn't
Father
really
Christmas
like
is
to.
going to take a trip out there. Is that what
Well, yeah,
Santa
you say,
walk? That's
yeah,
what I
I
assume.
think,
We all dress as Santas and go walk to the Lady
I
Liz.
think that's what he's trying to get you to
Lady
do.
Elizabeth.
Yeah, don't call her Lady Liz. Lazy Elizabeth, yeah.
Lazy Elizabeth.
So, yeah.
And if you want to find out more about the Lady Liz, the Lady Elizabeth, then you can go onto the Discovery Channel and watch a very Americanized piece about shipwrecks around the world.
Hey,
and you can
about
see
that.
and you can see footage that was filmed by FITV.
Absolutely, but forget about that. I think on our channel, on our YouTube channel, there is a piece I did on the Lady Elizabeth where I actually interview the legendary John Smith.
Yours is interesting, whereas the Americanized one's just really funny. If you want a good old giggle.
Well, talking about giggles, there was an advert that's been released. I'm not going to say what the company is, but it's a courier company who are trying to promote the fact that they can deliver, presumably anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
so you've got this picture, this footage of this mother baking a Christmas pudding, with smiling all the time, which must really hurt her cheeks.
She's so jolly, isn't she?
Yeah.
I know what you're going to say.
No,
and then it goes to it gets on the plane. The little plane graphic goes from London all the way down to
the Falkland Islands.
Down to the Falkland Islands.
It's me. My mum sent me a cake. It's got to be my mum in that advert.
Yeah, I know, but
the big issue is the clip in the Falklands.
Yeah, so it's the airbase. It's the Mount Pleasant airbase. So you see the Mount Pleasant complex, and then it pans across. There's trees. There's no wind. No wind. This bloke in this red cap would be blown off straight away.
And it's one of their couriers from this company, as if he's coming down on that 19-hour flight
just to deliver a cake. Yeah,
don't be
he
dumb.
might have done it. I imagine Father Christmas came to deliver my cake. Actually,
it went on the bottom of the air bridge.
Squash. Hey, I bought, when we first came here, we came in here in November, and I was told, this fits in nicely, I was told there was no Christmas trees to be had in the Falkland Islands, so I bought a 5-foot Christmas tree with me through my luggage. Because
using those 52 kilos, right?
54. So, yes, you've just decorated your house.
Yes, we have. We've just decorated that. We were quite lucky, actually. We managed to get some decorations, some pre-used decorations, donations. We
Aw.
donated decorations.
And if any listeners out there who'd like to donate their used decorations to
Bring the
FITV.
spirit of Christmas to the FITV house.
To be fair, we could probably go back and take some pictures and whack them on now for the YouTube version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But it's nice. It's looking very festive.
It looks very festive. And my mum sent a lovely little blow-up reindeer that we've positioned right at the front door. So when you walk in, it's like, bam, in your face. With some little wobbles on his antlers.
Do you know what the best part
Very
is?
What?
Because it's a Stanley Service-owned house, and there has to be a cleaner once a week, just in case we are atrocious at cleaning. Well, got all messy last night, and it's all going to be cleaned for us by the time we get home at midday.
Oh,
I'm getting very used to having a
I
cleaning.
know, I did something silly because I got glitter in all bits from the decorating everywhere, and then I hoovered it up, and then I was like, we've got the cleaner tomorrow, why have I done this?
Yeah. Hannah's walking around going, oh, should I hoover the kitchen as well? I was like, you know we've got the cleaner first thing tomorrow morning, right?
So anyone listening to that who's listening through iTunes
Thinking
or
we're incredibly
SoundCloud and SoundCloud, you can go over to YouTube. FITV have got a YouTube channel, and the podcast gets uploaded to YouTube as well.
Should we go and take a picture?
I was going to say, you can go over to the FITV house and check out the decorations.
Oh, you can do that too. You can do that too.
Our door is always open.
£2,000 to come and visit.
But there's photographs added on the YouTube channel one because it's a video thing. But it's if you're listening in the Falkland Islands, it is slightly more megabytes. So, you know, you pay your money and you take your choice, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you don't pay your money because it's all free, isn't it? So you take your choice whether you want 100 megabytes or
like this.
20. So yeah, it's quite a big old week coming up, but
Well,
nothing that we're actually filming.
We
No,
shouldn't
but you've
really
got-
look at this. We need to talk about last weekend because the listeners haven't heard us talk about our puppets yet.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, that was a weekend
was-
of anything.
Yeah,
wasn't
that
it?
was the
Oh, it
last.
was a
That was the
good
last thing we
weekend.
spoke about.
It was a very good weekend.
Yeah.
We did very well, I thought. We did our special puppet challenge concert performance.
Hmm.
We got a special
And I think
mention
it
in the
went
Penguin
quite
News.
well.
Did
and
we?
got photographed, didn't
Yeah. Now,
Did
I'm
they
going
get it right?
And bear in mind, I'm only going to read out. I'm only going to read out a part of this, so I'm not
Okay.
infringing copyright. But
Oh.
FIODA, FITV, and the ever excellent Zim Harmonies provided some polish to a great event.
Oh!
We are polish. There we go.
Or Polish.
And then on the Saturday we did the drag Christmas,
Oh,
quiz,
the festive quiz. Yeah, that was
which
good.
the aim of it was to basically raise enough money, sort of about £200-300, so that when we put on the Pride drag show next year, we can pay for the hire of the hall and the licence and the printing costs and all that kind of stuff. And we made £525.
Wow.
So we have plenty of money to do all the costs and stuff like that, and perhaps even more left over, so we can get some badges made
Oh,
and
Very
have our own little
nice.
Falklands Pride badges.
I used to have a badge making machine when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved it. Do you remember these where you could get
Yes.
different things and you made all the different size badge? I loved it. And then they had the different papers and things, and you could get photographs and make badges. I wish I still had that. Some of the gifts, no, but like the toys you have when you're a kid
Yeah.
are so good. The crafty things and stuff. I think,
Yeah.
they should make stuff for like adults, like crafty things.
No, it's a shame, isn't it? It's a
Badge
shame.
makers. Oh.
What do you remember about Christmas as a child? Sorry, this is going to be really awful, and viewer, you might need some tissues handy because this could end up being quite emotional. Because this is your first Christmas away from home, isn't it?
First
Ever,
Christmas.
ever.
Ever. I think it is my first Christmas ever. I say that. Yeah, no, I think it is.
Your mum will
because-
listen in and throw
Well-
up and go, that's not true.
Well, I normally alternate between my mum, because my parents are divorced. I'll do my dad and his girlfriend, because she's got family up in Scotland, so we'll go up there one year, and then I'll go another year I'll spend with mum and my nan and her partner. But this year I'm spending it without either of them. But I'm going to Skype them, I think, and FaceTime them. But mum's quite sweet. She's sent me lots and lots, as we've all seen.
Oh, parcels have been
Parcels
coming
galore to
on
kind
every
of
flight.
Make my first Christmas a little bit more homely.
Yeah. So every social occasion I've seen you at this past week or so, you've been trailing around this wreath of pom-poms that you're making.
I finished making the pom-poms. I've just got to attach them all. And then I'm going to take a photo of it and send it to my mum, which would be quite nice.
And we're going to put it up on the front door so that in the night it'll blow
Blow
away.
away.
And
Well, no, it's going on the inside door. I thought this through because I was
Okay.
like, I'm not letting that pom-pom wreath get soggy and wet and yucky and whatever.
And what was funny was if you came into the office, while Hannah was waiting for things to export and stuff like that, she'd be making a pom-pom. And if you come past, she'd go, would you like to make one? And you go, no, thank you. Oh, okay. And she opens the door and she's got another Christmas decoration. Oh, you could make one of these instead.
I've actually got that in my rucksack ready for today, just in case. I've also got little pegs that I need to make with like Santa pegs. Where
you can make it on the car journey to Berthas this
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you two are going to Berthas Beach this afternoon?
Yes, indeed. There's a lovely medical student who's down here from Tasmania.
She's got a very good taste in jumpers.
Does she?
Not jumpers, hats.
Hats, yes, woolly hats.
Yeah,
yes,
she's wearing a really nice woolly hat at the Christmas Carol concert.
Oh, nice.
It was her last day is today. She flies out back to Tasmania. Well, that's a lie. She's going travelling around Chile for a month, but she's leaving tomorrow. So one of her bucket list things for the Falklands was to go swim in the sea. Well, the bucket list was to swim with dolphins, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we're just going to go to Berthas Beach and she can go paddling.
So last week also we got some nice footage thanks to Filippo Galimberti, who's the Elephant Seal Research Group on Sea Lion Island, because of quite a rare dolphin, a southern right whale dolphin.
Well done.
Southern right whale dolphin.
Does it have a dorsal fin?
It does not
Why
have
not?
a dorsal fin. To make it, what's the word?
Streamlined.
No.
Well, essentially, but
oh gosh, what's the word?
hydrodynamic.
Hydrodynamic. There's the word for the day.
I want to see this footage. I haven't seen this yet.
There's the word for the day, people.
Falklands in Focus
I
this
do
week.
need to.
Hang on.
I've never heard of. Why would it be called a southern right whale?
Well, there's
dolphin?
a southern
A
right.
whale dolphin sounds very conflicting.
Well, there's a southern
Well,
right whales, aren't there?
cetaceans.
But it's a whale, but it's a dolphin. Is it a
That's
whale
right.
or a dolphin? Whale dolphin?
Well, they're
Dolphin whale.
both from the cetacean family, so they're all from the same tree, the same cloth.
They're all from the
Apart
same
from the
tree,
same
those
cloth.
dolphins.
I just wanted to get the word cetacean in there because I know what that means now.
So what else is happening over the weekend, over this next coming week?
Well,
Oh
it's
no,
just
hang on,
like
we
Christmas.
finished last
We've
weekend.
also got the speech here as well, don't we? Speech here on Sunday.
Speech here
which
on
would be good.
Sunday, yeah, at the Rose. That's a big tradition now. They
That's
sort
so
of bring
funny
up
that they do it in the pub. I see. I was imagining men shearing sheep inside the bar, but actually, I've heard it's like a big standy van thing.
I think
trailer
in
that they
previous
get out there.
years, yeah, I think in previous years they did do that.
Can't be very hygienic shearing sheep in a pub.
Well, it's more safety aspect because they can get a little bit jumpy. But they bring up this truck and they've got a little gate thing and
I'm
yeah.
excited for that. I'm gonna see if I
it's
can
gonna
have
be
a
good
go
fun.
at shearing a sheep. I really want to have a go. That was the one thing when I came here. I was like, shearing a sheep. One thing I need to do.
Just one
Don't care
little
about the
bit.
penguins. Just let me go. Shroom.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
that's
can do
happening
that in
now.
Wales, right?
Yeah.
And then next week, of course, on the 29th is the Falkland Shears competition, which is the shearing competition down
Big
here.
one.
You and I are going to be filming that.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm excited for
And
that.
then the winners,
Golden
I think
shears,
it's
isn't
two
it? Two
two
get sent.
shearers and two wool handlers and a team manager get to go to the Golden Shears, which is a world shearing competition. It's in
It's
France
in the
this
Basque
year.
country. No, it's not actually.
Is it
That's a lie. We looked into it, and I was sure it was
Is
down
it?
towards
Yeah.
Biarritz, but I think it's actually more central towards Limoges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what did they win? A big pair of golden... See, I'm just imagining a massive pair of golden shears.
They win the
and
glory.
worldwide acclaim in
Yeah.
the shearing community.
Wow.
There we go.
So Boxing Day
And probably
races.
loads of money.
Boxing Day races on Wednesday and on Thursday as well, but obviously Boxing Day is going to be the big races with the Governor's Cup and stuff like that.
be nice.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
I've
But it
got
rained last
tactics
year.
for us. If we all put a certain amount of money on every horse, like spread it with four of us, spread it between us, we're definitely going to win. If we all put like a certain
Right.
amount, and then it can all go in a pot. Like we could have a kitty.
Right, well,
I don't bet. I'm
Oh.
saying that now.
I don't gamble.
No, my
so
dad worked in casinos for years, and I've heard way too many horror
Yeah.
stories. He put me off. He didn't put me off drinking or anything like that, but betting and gambling, he put me off.
so we will have 3 cameras on the Boxing Day races. There'll be one at the start of the race to see them going off. Then there's one up in the commentary box. And the problem with that one is, as soon as the horses start to approach the finish line, there's a window pane thing in the way. So you then have to cut to the camera that's down stairs that's on the line.
Yeah. What I'm hoping is we can do 2 cameras and a GoPro on the line, and then just at the start of every race you can start recording.
If there's a photo finish, they use our footage to see who's going across.
Oh, Eagle Eye. No, that's not what it's called. What's it called? Hawkeye. There we go.
Yeah, they don't have that.
Yeah.
No, but that could be
They
us.
They use us. And then somebody's got to go over to the tote and find out who the horses are, what the odds are, who's the riders.
That's a mojo job.
And,
last year it did rain.
Oh, let's not.
I thought we got sunburn.
No, watching last year's one, like Michelle and stuff, they're drenched. She's down there at the start line with a hood up, tying really tight, got her rain jacket on her camera.
I remember getting sunburned because I remember going back for hot dogs at lunchtime.
I don't think this is what we remember about.
I mean, I
races were good, but the hot dogs.
I don't really know because I was ill.
You were, weren't you?
I was severely ill, so I didn't leave the house. So I have no idea. I'm just going based on the footage. It looked pretty rainy.
So we are going to be we won't be doing a podcast next week.
No.
We won't be doing a podcast next week. But we'll be back in the new year and
we'll have loads to talk about. So we'll talk about the shears, we'll talk about the raft race, we'll talk about the Boxing Day races. We've got our work Christmas dinner tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You're going to Mount Pleasant to see their panto on Sunday, so you get to see all the media team up at the Mount Pleasant complex, dressing up as women, which is always fantastic. Hopefully we'll be able to talk about the Santas going up to the Lady Elizabeth. And of course what we got for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
All the prezzies.
Oh, that's going to be nice.
And I think
so how have you found Christmas shopping down here?
I haven't done any.
Okay.
We've been very naughty.
I'm awful at buying people stuff.
Okay.
So I'm more like, don't buy me anything.
I have to say it's got a lot better in the last few years.
Well, actually, I found the museum gift shop was very good.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Very good and very reasonably priced.
Tip.
And controversial, but as you go into the west store from the car park, if you look on the right, and I suppose the Charnery have it as well, but they've got like this just mural essentially of novelty gifts and all this kind of stuff, and they're normally quite cheap and easy to just give someone.
Stocking fillers.
Yeah.
I did see a magic wand with icing sugar wand.
Wow.
I thought that was really cool.
That's a clever idea.
I find with it being summer, I don't get that festive down here.
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah, I just, Christmas in the Southern Hemisphere. It's my second one and I'm still not used to it.
Did you partake of Fixmas? Which the locals apparently hate.
Yeah, I did not partake, no.
Okay.
No.
Because it's snowy outside. 25th of June?
June, something like that, yeah.
25th of June.
Because it actually looks like Christmas at that point.
It's great seeing things like the weather outside is frightful. Well, it probably will on Boxing Day, won't it? Or let it snow or something. It's like, no.
Well, I'm doing a radio show in the evening on Boxing Day. And,
yes.
It's great because I'm going to avoid everything Christmassy because it's the day after. It's the 80s and 90s show, and I'm just
Christmas.
What's your normal? Because you do a regular radio program, don't you?
I normally do a Saturday night sport and dancing music kind of thing, but I didn't work last weekend because of the drag quiz. Not doing this weekend, and I'm not doing the weekend after, so I said I'd fill in and do Boxing Day evening because no one else obviously wants to do it because everyone's having a great time. But considering I'm editing the races on the Thursday, I thought it'd be a good excuse to not end up going out.
Because people can listen to Falklands Radio online, can't they?
Yes, indeed they can.
Indeed you
can. We got
can.
a phone caller from Liverpool who stumbled across the website apparently.
Will the radio be going over the Christmas period, like Christmas Day and stuff like that?
Gavin will be live on air on Christmas Day.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Well, how's he going to have his Christmas lunch?
Brought to him.
Should we have it brought to him with the silver, what are they called?
He'll be entertaining the masses on Christmas Day. Gavin is very funny on the radio.
He is very funny. He has a little party on his own, doesn't he? Right.
On the 7th floor of the building with the donkey and the rooster.
I think we are coming towards the end of this podcast, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we won't see
you. Very flimsy and Christmassy.
It has been, hasn't it? We're all a little. You'll have to forgive us, listener, because it is very early in the morning for us.
It is.
And it's Christmas.
We've all gone into holiday mode, haven't we? Really?
Yeah.
Laid back.
And that is the issue when we're saying there's loads on, but not actually a huge amount of work. It's made it worse for me because it's just like I know I've got some work here and some work there to do, but it's Christmas, and all I want to do is kick back and
relax,
have a drink, and enjoy the sunshine.
So if you listen, other drinks are available. If you want to listen along to this week's programme, it's week 408.
Yes, indeed.
We've got a lot of Christmas stuff on there. We've got the
listen along or watch.
Listen along to this and watch at the same time.
Don't question her logic.
Yeah, I was like, listen along to this week's programme.
What else is on this week? We've got the Christmas Tree Festival.
Christmas Tree Fest.
That was great, wasn't it?
That was good fun. Badminton. I've been training for the Island Games. So
Yeah.
I've got a new special coach.
Nicely filmed on your
On my
DSLR.
What else?
We had, because we were all at the drag quiz, we didn't get any shots of the Christmas tree, of the museum lights coming on. So that was Chris Locke who provided
Well, so we have used
those.
these, haven't we?
Oh, and I didn't put his credit in. I'm ever so sorry.
Chris Locke.
I'm going to have to apologise to him.
Yeah.
What else did we do this week? Oh, we did fun cooking. We did a special
Oh,
cooking,
now
didn't we?
we filmed James cooking on Tuesday, which won't go out until January, I don't think.
But that means they have to watch in January.
Yeah, he made
the secret recipes.
he made a paella and he made a chocolate cake.
I was going to say, last night, did the cake go down well, or did you forget to get it out?
I didn't get it
Oh,
out.
I knew you wouldn't have. We've still got loads of cake left.
It was a huge cake.
There were homemade cookies, and we ate the cookies.
We'll have to take the cake with us.
Cookies felt very
on our
Christmassy.
trip.
Yeah, that's good. Right, so you're going to get your flasks together, your walking boots on, and your
Sunglasses
sunscreen.
and sun cream so I
Yeah.
don't burn again.
and get down to Berthas Beach.
Yes.
I'm going to go over to MPA and get my Zub pass.
And mine, thank you.
Yep, and we shall see you in the new year.
Woo!
Toodaloo.
Bye.
Happy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.